to a very special Monday Night Raw live reaction. Very special in the fact that I'm actually outside at the minute. Very special in the fact that basically, for want of a better phrase, I feel like shit. I managed to get a lurgy, unfortunately. And very special given the fact that for the third time in the space of a week, the subject matter that I'm actually meant to be talking about, I haven't got a clue because I barely watched Monday Night Raw. So yeah, that's a really good selling point to start off. But we'll make do. Yeah, I'm actually on my way home at the minute, so just finished going to the gym in Leeds, just near Wellington Place now, so I'm going to find a cool background to have a chat with you guys with. In fact, let me go this way. Sorry it's not the usual 10:30 slot, guys. Basically, like I said, sod's law, I'm now on holiday for a week, and I've managed to pick up this lurgy that everyone else has had for seemingly months, and the one time I've got a week off, I've now managed to get it as well. Plus I'm meant to be looking after my little boy tomorrow, so yeah, really good timing. So yeah, basically I'm just trying to shake it off at the minute, and avoid infecting people in the house, because Mrs. Meta would not be best pleased, to say the least, if I was to infect her child. Oh, there you go, you can see me now. Cool. Right. Yeah, so we're just going to do this outside. Also, as well, I've been having those connectivity problems that I was telling you guys about a while ago. Still not great, so you might see me a bit more out and about. And yeah, if no one is about, because I've started this an hour early, I do apologise, guys. This, as usual, will be on YouTube video and YouTube, what am I trying to say? YouTube podcast, that's the one. I keep forgetting to say this actually, but the wrestling one that I do is called Geek Boy, a wrestling story. I also do Geek Boy, a Liverpool story, because I'm a Liverpool fan. There you go. Yeah, and I'm just taking you around Wellington Place, which is a very nice place in Leeds. See what I did there? Yeah, and I'll just have a little bit of a chat about what's going on with WWE. Like I said, spoiler alert, I haven't actually seen all of Monday Night Raw. That is my mission when I get back. I'm going to try and watch a bit more of it. Obviously, I've watched a few bits and pieces today, but I'm just going to do this on the fly, pretty much. Let's see if I can stop round here. There you go. I'll show you a bit of Wellington Place. There you go, very nice. Very nice. Very posh, darling. Yeah, I am going to start in a minute, guys, I do you'll have to ignore me for a second. I've literally just been to the gym, so I'm gasping for air, mostly for the fact that I'm a big fat bloke. Yeah, so in terms of Monday Night Raw, here we go. I've got a place to stand now. Cool. In terms of Monday Night Raw, there we go. Like I said, I've seen most of it. I've seen bits of it, because I've literally just come back from work. And the one thing, I'm not going to do it in sequential, because obviously I've not seen it in sequential. The one thing I'm very, very confused about is what the hell just happened with Gunther. So Gunther was in a triple threat match with Dom Mysterio and Javon Evans, and it was booked last week. And I mean, I didn't give it a second thought. I was just like, well, that's Gunther. Simple as that. He'll be in the chamber. They might throw a surprise, and it might well be Dom Mysterio. Didn't occur to me it would be Javon Evans. I'm sure WWE have got something up their sleeve, but I'm trying to think of a way of putting this. That does seem rather stupid, to be honest. I mean, look, the only thing I can think of as to why Gunther's not going to be either in a match against Cody, obviously he can't be in the CM Punk match because Punk's facing Roman, which is your big match, basically. The only thing I can possibly think of with Gunther is that they're going to have him in like a mega match against someone like a Brock Lesnar, and maybe Brock will be babyface against Gunther. I mean, if Gunther also retired Brock Lesnar, there would be a huge kickoff, a huge almighty kickoff, basically. The only other thing I can possibly think of is maybe, I mean, you're throwing names out there. I mean, could The Rock come back against Gunther? I wouldn't have thought so, because that doesn't make any kind of sense whatsoever. So I suppose the most logical thing would be, is the AJ Styles thing a work? In fact, I should have put that on my thumbnail, actually. I was going to, but I was just too poorly. I am one of the people in the camp, I think the Styles thing is a work. I really do now, because, I mean, they had the thing with Dragon Lee costing Gunther the title. Sorry, the Elimination Chamber spot. And Dragon Lee's obviously, well, linked to AJ Styles, because Styles was his tag team partner. And then they had that random thing on Raw this week where they were just like, it's stupid, hold on, there we go. They had this random thing on Raw where they had, they were advertising for Raw next week, and it's advertised as a AJ Styles tribute night, like several weeks after the man retired. That does seem very, I mean, I'm not even sure how that would work. Maybe I mean, the only thing I can think of is that Styles basically comes out, cuts a promo, Gunther makes fun of him, and then they do some sort of thing where, like, if Gunther loses at WrestleMania to AJ Styles gets to have his career back, which I wouldn't go as far as lame, but it would be stretching credulity a little bit. I mean, look, I genuinely do hope that AJ comes back, because, like, it's really not cool AJ Styles, like, not being in WWE, especially when Styles is that good. That's the only other thing I can think of. I mean, obviously it would have been difficult for Gunther to have been in the World Heavyweight title scene, because at the end of the day, obviously you've got Drew as a heel champion. I mean, they could have turned Drew McIntyre face and had him go up against Gunther, maybe. But, I mean, that seems a lock that it's going to be Drew versus Cody Rhodes. I mean, the people who are in the Elimination Chamber now, I mean, I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. I mean, you've got Javon, who obviously got through, and unless it's Javon Evans, which I can't imagine would go down hugely well, apart from with the young kids. You've got, obviously, Cody's in it. I mean, Jacob Fatu's not in it. Sami Zayn's not in it. I think LA Knight's in it. I think Penta qualified last night as well. I don't think there's anyone from the Vision in it either. It's just really weird. So it looks fairly obvious to me that it's going to be Cody Rhodes, right? But, I mean, I don't know. Could you maybe get the belt off of Drew and have Cody versus Gunther? I mean, the other thing as well, the WrestleMania plans at the moment seem to be like an absolute shambles, to be honest. Obviously, there's all these reports about TKO having these emergency meetings. In fact, I'm going to take you guys somewhere else in Leeds now, just around the corner. If you wonder what the hell I'm doing, by the way, folks, I am out in Leeds because I've got a massive cold and I wasn't due to go on till at 10:30 tonight, but I'm on my way home from the gym, and long story short, shouldn't really be saying this as a YouTuber, I cannot be asked doing it at 10:30, so I'm going to be going to bed with a Lemsip, basically, and possibly some rum, which is the adult boys cure for being ill. A very stupid cure, but hey ho. So yeah, that's why I'm on now. Let me just try and find somewhere a bit lighter, because I'm in the dark at the minute. So yeah, that's the main takeaway from Raw. I didn't, like I said, the only thing I can possibly think of for Javon Evans going over is that Gunther is going to be wrestling Brock Lesnar, because he's one of the only ones out of that, because obviously they did that promo for WrestleMania when Triple H is going on about cards and dice and all that business. And obviously Roman's got his match Punk's got his match with Roman. Cody, in all likelihood, is going to be facing Drew McIntyre. I'd be very surprised if that's not the match now, which does seem a bit, I don't want to say boring, but like, I mean, we've seen Drew and Cody like done to death now in a couple of lots of feuds that they've had the last couple of years. So, yeah, I'm not going to say boring. Obviously, I enjoy the match because I do really like Drew. I think Drew McIntyre is absolutely fantastic. I really do hope he gets his WrestleMania moment, to be honest, because if anyone deserves it in WWE, it's Drew McIntyre for everything that bloke's been through. So I really hope Drew gets to win at Mania. Maybe that's the thing that turns Cody hit. I mean, the only other thing that I can possibly think of that they can do to make that match exciting is they do a Bret Hart and a Stone Cold Steve Austin, i.e. they do a double turn. So many years ago, for the those of you who are not quite as old as me, to say the least, Stone Cold Steve Austin basically had a match against Bret Hart at SummerSlam. Austin went in as the heel. I mean, most people know the story. Obviously, Austin went in as the heel. Bret was meant to be the babyface, and by the end of the match, like, Stone Cold was like the man, and Bret Hart was like the most villainized person in WWE, basically. And then obviously he went on to have that really cool run as like a Canadian hero, but an American heel, which was awesome. That's the only other way that I could think that he can do this, to be honest. So you give Cody enough rope to give Drew McIntyre an absolute battering, to the point where everyone's just like, yeah, Drew, that guy's really like, he's giving it his all. And then Cody just turns full Homelander. That's the only other way I think they can make it work. I mean, to be honest, I'm hoping that it's someone else. I wouldn't mind seeing, if it's going to be Drew, and if you've got Lesnar about, I wouldn't say no to Brock Lesnar putting Drew McIntyre over, because obviously he's already put him over, but that was that, like, not awful match, but that terrible match during COVID. So, yeah, the Gunther thing, like I said, guys, it's just really, I find it really confusing, unless he's going to be fighting Brock Lesnar. That's the only other thing I can think of. I mean, as for Javon Evans, I like Javon. I think Javon Evans will be world champion one day, but like, I don't want to be the old man, but Javon Evans is literally like 21 years old. Like, they cannot surely be serious about putting him in the world title match. I wouldn't have thought that's going to be the case. I mean, the other thing is, like I said, WWE seems to be in massive trouble with this card at the minute, because, look, Punk and Roman sells itself, obviously. It's going to be a brilliant match. It's going to divide the fan base up. So I'm already seeing like Team Roman versus Team Punk. I am Team Punk, by the way, which most of you all know by now. So yeah, I mean, that doesn't need selling. That will sell itself. But as for the rest of the card, I mean, I thought they were going to leave AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch until Mania, and it looks like we're getting it at Elimination Chamber. I mean, the only other thing I can think of for that is if they extend the feud and then Bex loses the title, or basically AJ Lee gets another chance and then she wins at Mania and CM Punk wins at Mania, and then you can do like the whole Punk and AJ Lee celebration at the end, maybe. Obviously you've got Stephanie McCare and Liv Morgan. Now, I really like those two. Really like them. It's the wrong combo for Mania, in my opinion. Liv Morgan needs to work with... In fact, I'm going to sit down, guys, for a second. Oh, dear. Right. Liv Morgan basically needs to Liv Morgan basically needs to work with, like, a Charlotte Flair. Or a Becky Lynch. Steph Fakir needs to work with someone along the lines of Rhea Ripley, because stylistically that matches up. I'm sure Liv Morgan and Stephanie Fakir will be really good. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure it'll be a fantastic match. It just seems like a very... I think that's the problem with the Mania card. the combinations of matches that they've got just don't seem to be very exciting. I mean, I read a report on WrestleZone the other day basically saying that Jade Cargill, they've got no idea what she's doing yet either. And it's like, well, I mean, it's like Hunter, WrestleMania is literally in like, what, 8 weeks? Surely you must know what is going on. I mean, for me, you've got to use Becky Lynch and you've got to use Rhea Ripley. If I was WWE now, I would just jerry-rig the whole thing and I would have Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill and Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan. I mean, how they would pivot to that, I don't know, but like, just, I mean, some of the match combinations at the minute, I mean, what are the Usos doing? I mean, I'm guessing they're going to end up wrestling the Vision for the Tag Team Championships. Obviously, we don't know what's going on with Bron Breakker. Maybe that's going to be the big surprise. We don't know what's going on with Seth Rollins. Obviously, you've got the whole Kevin Owens of it all. Could he come back for Mania? I very much doubt it. You've got like Sami Zayn, you've got like Jacob Fatu. There's so many questions. And I was quite excited about this a while ago. And I was like, oh, I quite like the intrigue of not knowing in this, that, and the other. But like, when they had the Elimination Chamber thing the other day, I was just like, why is Sami Zayn and Jacob Fatu both being knocked out in the qualifying round? Why do we not put Jacob Fatu with, I don't know, Solo and Javon or I don't know, whoever, and get Jacob Fatu through to the Elimination Chamber? I mean, they've got to be doing something with him, surely, because that just doesn't make any sense. I mean, I would love to see Jacob Fatu against Bron Breakker. I mean, you never know if Bron is fit and healthy by Mania. Maybe that's something they could still do. I've got no idea. I mean, you've got Obafemi. What's he going to be doing? I mean, he's another one that could work with Lesnar, potentially. Yeah, there just seems to be a lot of questions. I mean, Dragon Lee in a feud with Gunther just before WrestleMania. No offense to the Dragon, he's a good wrestler. Doesn't really do it for me, I've got to be completely honest. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. There's just something wrong with the whole program. I mean, you've got a lot of the women in the tags. You've got Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. What are they doing? Are they going to have a one-on-one? I've heard rumours about Rhea and Io. I mean, don't get me wrong, those two were brilliant. They had one of the best matches of last year, in my opinion, when Naomi won the cashed in a Money in the Bank at Women's Evolution, which was a fantastic card, and that was one of my matches of the year. In fact, I think it was probably in my top 5. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. But I mean, Rhea and Io were in the WrestleMania main event last year, I believe. Is that right? When it was them and it was them against Bianca Belair in the triple threat. That was my favourite match of the year, so I do need to remember that. Yeah, so don't get me wrong, I'd be buzzing to watch Rhea and Io, but I don't know. I would rather see... I'll tell you a match I would like to see is Io Sky versus Becky Lynch. Now, I think that would be an absolutely fantastic match. Obviously, you've got Asuka and Kairi Sane. What are they going to be doing? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, basically, folks, I just... I don't know, it just seems like it's a bit of a lacklustre build, to be honest. Right, it is getting cold, so I'm actually going to make a move at some point. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, I'm not like articulating myself very well here, to be honest. It just seems like very, very lacklustre build. Obviously, I know AJ Lee had a face-off against Becky Lynch last night when she was threatening to slap her. What else? You had CM Punk and Finn Balor. Now, that I am actually quite interested in, because I don't know if they'd dare do this, but it would be like jaw-dropper, an absolute jaw-dropper if Finn Balor, not for the whole time obviously, but if Finn Balor actually won the World Heavyweight Championship against CM Punk, and it just threw the entire main event into complete disarray. But I just don't think they can do that now. in respect of like people aren't exactly looking forward to that. I mean, look, let's have it right. The reason why the Mania tickets aren't selling so well is because TKO are a bunch of money grabbing word that rhymes with tastards, shall we say. I think there may also be another reason with WWE's association with a certain slightly right-wing association, which I don't think is helping them at the minute. But yeah, I mean, the main thing is, I mean, they are just charging too much. I mean, I had to look at, not that I was going to go to WrestleMania, I'm just waiting for it to come to London, to be honest. I'm just lazy, man. I'll just buy a £8 ticket in Wembley Stadium in 3 or 4 years, that'll do me. But I actually had to look at some of the flights and accommodation deals. And your cheapest ones you can get at like £2,000. That's on your own. That's like me going to WrestleMania, which I would love, by the way. I would happily go to WrestleMania on my own. Just Bez there for like a week, that would be absolutely freaking awesome. But, I mean, look, you can't be charging people £2,500 to go and watch pro wrestling. I mean, I'm sorry, but that is completely ludicrous. Hey DT, how you doing, mate? You all right? So yeah, it's I don't know. It's very, very strange with WrestleMania this year. Very, very strange. Look, I mean, we've still got time for the card to change. You've got I'm just trying to think what else happened last night. Can I remember? Yeah, you had the whole CM Punk thing with Finn Balor. I think that's very much leading to. Sorry, guys, I'm just watching where I'm going at the minute because I nearly just walked into a lamppost. That would have been funny, wouldn't it? I'm guessing they're going to set up a whole Judgment Day war with Finn Balor and Dom Mysterio now that he's free. I'm guessing that's the plan. I don't know, because it's like, well, what's Dom doing now? We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, it just seems... It's slightly... Because, look, WrestleMania is always awesome. WrestleMania is like one of my favourite things ever in the history of the world. And I'm sure I'll enjoy it. I mean, the kebab and pizza and copious amounts of bottles of red wine will help, I'm sure. But there we go. Whew, let me just stop for a minute, guys. Let me have a look. Good, mate. How are you? I'm all right, DT. To be honest, if you're wondering why I'm wandering around, mate, Leeds. Basically, you know that bug that everyone, basically the world and his wife seems to have at the minute. Well, I was delighted to be one of the very few people that hasn't had like a sniffle or a cold or a cough, and I've just gone on my annual leave for a week to look after my son over half term, and guess who's got the bloody cold? Yep, that would be me. So yeah, I'm actually, this is a bit random, but I was basically meant to do my live stream, mate, at 10:30 this evening. I'm basically doing it now because, for want of a better phrase, I was actually saying this earlier, and it's not the coolest thing to say when you're trying to become a YouTuber, but for want of a better phrase, I can't be bothered. I want to just literally, when I get in, I want to get you're the same age as me, so you'll know what I'm on about. I want to get a nice cup of lemsip, lad, and I want to sit in my nice warm bed, feel sorry for myself, and then I want to go to sleep, whilst also avoiding infecting the missus and also infecting the child, because the missus is also off as well. If I infect her with a cold, she is going to be none too pleased, to say the least. In fact, that building over there, my missus's right boot will be booting my arse basically somewhere over that building if I give her a cold this week. So there we go. So yeah, that's the reason I'm outside, dude. But yeah, just been to the gym, and just having a little mooch around Leeds, and I am trying to talk myself out of going to the pub, which is a very silly idea, obviously, when you're poorly, but I am a bloke, and we're all blokes, and we come up with these ridiculously stupid ideas of how to make ourselves better, like whiskey and Bacardi and all that business, which is currently going for my brain at the minute, so I'm going to try and avoid that if I can. But yeah, yeah, Lola, DT, no pub. Yeah, no, it's not the best of ideas, is it? No, I probably will get something along the lines of like not a big bottle of rum. I'm just seeing one of those little respectful ones, about that big, just to put a bit of air on my chest, lad. And yeah, that's why I'm doing the wrestling stuff now, because I can feel myself getting tired. I've just been to the gym as well, which did make me feel better, and now all of a sudden not so much, to be honest. And also the nice fresh air was making me feel better, and now it's just cold, so I probably won't be out for too much longer, dude, to be honest. Let me have a look. A shot. Yeah, like one of those ones, but I don't know, about that big basically, where you, not a shot, but you can get like 4 or 5 slugs out of it. You know what I mean? I think I just need something like that, and then that'll do me. And then, yeah, straight to beddy pies. Yeah. So to be honest, folks, for the ones who end up watching as a podcast, like I said, I'm really sorry that it's going to be a bit of a short one, but like I said, not feeling too great at the minute. I'm just trying to think, was there anything else significant on Raw that happened? Watched the Stephanie McKay and Liv Morgan promo thing where Steph McKay made Liv Morgan cry. That was quite amusing. There are a couple of words that Stephanie McKay used in Mexicano, because obviously she's from Cuba and Dom Mysterio can translate, that were look, I consider myself to be a gentleman, and I don't go around insulting ladies and stuff, so I'm not going to repeat what Miss McKay accused Liv Morgan of being, shall we say, but it was not especially complimentary, to say the least. I don't think the wife would have been amused if I had addressed her in a similar manner. Again, you remember me said about me being booted over there? Yeah, if I'd said that to the wife, like, my arse would have been flying over that room. Let's have a look. Oh, a glass full. Yeah, definitely do. Not to rub it in, but I'm in my vice form. But oh, cheers, DT. Thanks for that. Well, I'm trying to be like a good father and like a nice husband person at the minute, because like, my stupid plan, and again, because blokes are stupid, as we all know, we all are stupid. My plan basically is to stay here until I know that the wife and the son are safely tucked up in bed, and then I'm going to basically wait for them to go to sleep and then sneak past them basically in the middle of the night so I don't infect them, which is a really, really great plan. Until the morning when the missus has to go to work, and then I'm meant to be looking after my son. So how that's going to work, I'm not entirely sure, to be honest, but there we go. Yeah. But yeah, no, I do envy you, DT, to be honest. I'm definitely looking forward to the bed, dude. Definitely looking forward to the bed. I'm just trying to think, was there anything else on Raw that was particularly exciting? There was the weird bit with the what do you call it? The masked man, basically, who I believe attacked Logan Paul. Because I did get a text message from my son earlier, basically saying Logan Paul is a butthead, and I was like, right, okay, fair enough, something's happened to Logan Paul. I know he's a famous YouTuber, by the way, guys, but just as a little side note, my son hates Logan Paul. He nearly used the. I nearly had to tell my little lad off, by the way, because when Logan Paul came out the other day, he nearly very used the how to put this, the banker adjacent word, and I gave him a look like. He was like, oh, I'm sorry, Dad. And I was just like, well, son, you can't say it. But yes, fundamentally, I agree. Logan Paul is a big, big banker. For various reasons, not just wrestling related. Not as big as a banker as his idiot brother, though, for many reasons, which we won't go into. Yes, so yeah, there was the this masked man person thing. I mean, I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if it's a whole cult of Seth Rollins thing, they're all going to be a load of people helping Seth Rollins out. I mean, I'm guessing they're just NXT wrestlers who are like doing curb stomps on random people. I mean, they all do seem to be targeting the Vision, so I'm guessing it's got something to do with Seth Rollins. Unless, of course, it's going to be some weird angle with Bron Breakker, and they're going to have some sort of Vision war. But I mean, the Vision haven't exactly. I mean, they haven't exactly done much, so I'm just trying to find another light place, guys, by the way. Let me have a look. This is Wellington Place, by the way, in Leeds, if you wonder where the hell I am. Very nice sort of area in Leeds. Yes. Is there a light place? But yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, the Vision are another one. I do not know what they're going to do with that stable. I really, really don't. Obviously, because you've lost Bron Breakker and you've lost Seth Rollins. And, I mean, is Logan Paul going to be the head of the Vision? I mean, I don't know. It's a bit of a mess because, hey, Reagan, how you doing? You're all right. Hello. Yes, I'm fine, dude. I've just been explaining to my boy DT that I'm doing my live stream now because basically I'm going to collapse in my live on bed soon because I have caught the lurgy and I do not feel especially well, and I'm just biding time outdoors at the minute, waiting for my lad and me vaunted wife to go to sleep before I can sneak past them. Which is actually, now I think about it, I mean, this is actually a really stupid plan. This is actually going to make me probably feel worse, but maybe not. It's the thought that counts. No, it is a stupid plan, really. Yeah, so there was that. What else? There was LA Knight teamed with the Usos at the start of the program. Vision went over. That's when they had the curb stomp. I think Penta beat El Grande Americano. Do I have any interest in that? Not really. Yeah, like I said, guys, to be honest, I will watch it at some point. I'm probably going to watch Raw with my lad tomorrow, to be honest, as in fully. So if there's anything else that that I saw that was interesting, I will probably do a vlog of some kind tomorrow, which will be hopefully slightly more articulate than the illness-based slop that I've served you all this evening. Like I said, I do apologise. I'm just not feeling 100%, to be honest, so I think it's time for me to take myself home. So yeah, this is the third live that I've done in the last week where I haven't actually the subject matter I was meant to be talking about, I haven't actually got a clue about the subject matter, because this time last week what was I doing this time last week? Oh yeah, I was rocking out, dude, to the styles and sounds of Chris Jericho and Fozzy in Bradford, which was a week ago already, which I can't believe. Cheap plug, that's on the channel as well, if you want to check that out. Got a load of videos for Fozzy and Jericho where he told a couple of funny stories, so that was cool. But basically, the reason I'm telling you that is I did like a live stream on Liverpool, which was a bit naughty because I didn't actually see the game, basically. I heard about our winning goal when Chris Jericho first came out, and he actually said, is everyone all right tonight? And I was like, get in there. Like this. I'm sure Chris Jericho actually gave me a look like, who the hell is that bloke? So yeah, I had that. Then the next time I was meant to be doing live, by the way, can I just apologise for anyone who actually saw that on Saturday night? If you thought that this one I'm doing at the moment is a bit of a train wreck, you should have seen the one on Saturday night. So basically, I've gone out and I've actually wrote about this on my Substack that I put on the channel the other day if anyone's seen it or whatever. But basically, I went out and I suddenly realised on my way into town, well, I'd realised before I got to town, but that Liverpool were playing Brighton. And also at the same time that I had booked a mate's for, I don't know how old she is, 45th birthday party, something along those lines. Anyway, and I was like, oh, crud. So I came up with an ingenious plan. What I was going to do was, and this is going to make me sound really, really bad, I was going to claim that the bus had broken down. So you know where I'm going with this. So my plan basically was going to be, I was going to be on a broken down bus somewhere over there in Leeds, which is where I'm from. And then I was going to gracefully and very, very sneakily go to an ale house somewhere in this beautiful city of Leeds and go and watch most of the Liverpool match, and then claim that the bus was basically broken down, which I thought was a really, really good plan. Turns out it wasn't a good plan at all, because just as I got off the bus and started to sneak away, I turned the corner and literally my mates who I was meant to be going out with were walking down the same street, and they were like, "Hi Leon, how you doing? Blah, 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 blah." I was like, "Oh cool, you can come and meet us for the birthday now." And I was like, "Oh," basically, but there we go. Let's have a look. Hey Joshua, how you doing, mate? You alright? Nice to speak to you again, pal. Hi, sorry, I'm back on a different phone. Hi Pete, you alright? How you doing, mate? Booyaka Booyaka 619. Booyaka Booyaka, that's mine. Okay, cool. Was Mysterio on last night? Joshua, because like I said, I'll just explain to someone that's just joined. Basically, excuse my language, I feel like death and I feel like shit. Basically, I have got a horrendous cold and I don't feel particularly well, but I'm like burning up when I'm inside buildings. So I'm actually just outside trying to regulate my temperature and stuff, but that is now not working, so I am going to be going home to my nice warm bed shortly. And I've just been to the gym, which was, in retrospect, not the best idea I've ever had in my entire life, but you know. And I'm trying to talk myself out of going to the pub, which is just over in that direction. DT's already told me not to go to the boozer. I'm hoping to take his advice, but his brilliant advice is starting to fade a tad. But to be honest, there we go. I've just been sick. I hope you're alright, Pete, if you've just been sick. You're doing very well to type if you've just been sick, mate. So, yeah, why was I telling you that? Oh, yeah, so the Liverpool story, basically, just quickly before I head off, guys, because like, also my battery's down to like 12% now as well. So I'll just finish off my little story. So basically, yeah, so I'm in the city centre and I've tried to sneak away for the Liverpool game and basically been caught on the first street as I've got off the bus. So I'm sat there with all, because basically the people I've got have no interest in football at all of any kind whatsoever, and like I can literally see there's a screen in the background over in the boozer the other way, and I can see the Liverpool players running back and forth, and I'm trying to sit there and talk to people who are like artists and painters and this. I'm like the universal bloke, basically. I'll happily speak to working class people, I'll speak to artisans, I'll speak to down to earth people, anyone in the world, as long as you're a decent lad, decent lass, I don't give a toss what your story is, basically. But at that point, they're basically going on about like things like Witherell and I and stuff like that, and I'm literally looking over the road like, what? Score! And yeah, so basically we're walking along, and I'm like, right, Leon, this is someone's birthday. Just be reasonable. And we walk around the street, and there's another giant screen showing the Liverpool map, and this is just as Dom Szoboszlai scores that wicked second goal. And in front of all these really, really nice people, I was literally like, "Fucking get in there! Come on!" Like this, literally doing knee slides and all sorts of on the gay quarter in Leeds, and there were all these people, like half of them I'd not even met, so it was a friend of a friend of a friend of the birthday party. And then I was just like, you know, you dust yourself down and like you've just done something really stupid, and you're like, get in there. So yes, art and literature. So yeah, basically the reason I was telling you that story was I got very, very drunk on Saturday night. Not obscenely drunk, but fun drunk, basically. And I was absolutely buzzing about Liverpool beating Brighton. Oh, nice one, Pete. Okay, see you soon, mate. Take care of yourself, pal. And I was absolutely buzzing that Liverpool had won. And I get in, and I decided in my infinite wisdom that I wanted to carry on drinking, so I also purchased a I don't know if anyone's ever had Sailor Jerry. I had one of them. 10 quid for a bottle, nothing fancy. And then I thought to myself, right, what can I do now? I'm all hyper. And all of a sudden I was like, live stream. I was meant to be doing one. So yeah, I went on live at, when was it now? Probably about 20 to 1 in the morning. I have been told that the show was good, which is fortunate. because I'm going to be honest, I don't remember a word of anything I said. So basically, that's probably the first and only ever live stream that you will ever see me three sheets to the wind, because I always promised myself I wasn't going to do one when I'd had a drink. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've been on when I've had a couple of drinks, but they've been like a couple of cans of lager, so that's fine. Your boy had a lot more than a couple of cans of lager on the Saturday night, basically. So, for anyone that watched, because I actually got chatting to some cool people actually, but I just can't remember what the conversations were actually about. I'm really, really sorry. So, yeah, to all those people, thanks for joining on the Saturday night, and I'm very sorry about not exactly being sober, basically. So yes, I'm also very sorry about feeling like crap, basically, and doing a live stream in the freezing cold streets of Leeds. But like I said, guys, I just wanted to get something on for tonight and just check in, say hello, and get my watch hours up. I'll be completely up now, mate. But yeah, no, I just wanted to check in and just say that, yeah, I have watched Raw. I might go on a little bit tomorrow as well when I've seen a little bit more, because like I said, I've only seen like the highlights and stuff. It didn't look like the best Monday Night Raw that I've ever seen, but obviously I've seen like 25 minutes of edited highlights. So like I said, I will watch it tomorrow with my lad. And if there's anything that's come of it, I might come back on and do a little bit more. I mean, I'll be doing a live stream of AEW on, when do I do that? That's a good question. When do I do that? Oh yeah, Thursday night, basically. That'll be about 10:30, maybe 10 o'clock if I can get the missus to go to sleep. I am a really nice bloke, honestly. No, it's one of these things, like literally, I do a lot of my live streams in the living room. I've been having trouble doing them recently because we've been having that ridiculous connectivity issues. But I always set my live streams for about 10:30, but then sometimes the wife basically goes to sleep at like 10 o'clock, and then I've got to redo the live streams, or sometimes she'll turn around and say, do you know what, I might stay up till 11:30. I'm like, oh, okay, dear. And I've already scheduled the live stream. So yeah, it's just the joys of being married, folks, the joys of being married. But yeah, I don't know, I was telling you about my wife. I thought it was a bit like, it's probably because I'm really ill, guys, and I'm just coming out of utter nonsense there, basically. What else before I finish this hilariously appalling live stream? So yeah, Monday Night Raw. What I'll do is I will, well, hopefully I'll be better. Like I said, I'm hoping to be better in a couple of days' time. I'll do my live reaction to AEW, and I'll probably talk a little bit more in depth about Monday Night Raw on it as well. So that'll be at 10:30 on, what day are we on that? That'll be 10:30 on Thursday. I may be on tomorrow, but I'm guessing with feeling like crap, I probably will be in bed most of the day, to be honest. What am I doing after that? Friday on the channel is Toy Shorts Friday, which it always is on the channel. There are quite a few horror ones this week, including a certain Black Phone villain, which should be good. What else am I doing? Oh, yes, for the Liverpool crowd, I will be doing live reaction to Liverpool versus, God help me, Nottingham Forest, who, as most Reds will know, to say our record at the City Ground is appalling would be a gross understatement of the use of the word, basically. So I'm not expecting that to be a good live stream. Yeah, I'll probably go on live for that about 6 o'clock, maybe 5:30. I think it's 3 o'clock kickoff as far as I know. Yeah, so I'll be on for that. I should be doing the late night SmackDown show. Again, depending on like the connectivity issues I've had, so hopefully that'll be all right for Saturday night. What else am I doing? Let me think. I'm just trying to think, who's Liverpool play next? Play Forest, and then, oh yeah, West Ham's got the week. I think we've got quite a decent break now actually, because it's Forest this weekend, and then we've got West Ham the weekend after. I don't think we've got a midweek game unless I've missed something. So yeah, the next time I'll be on after that will be, well, basically this time next week for Monday Night Raw. reaction show, which I hope I'm feeling a lot better and will be better than the slop that I have served you up this evening, folks. Thank you for the ones who did watch tonight, by the way. Cheers for giving you the time. I'm very, very sorry that this has come across so appallingly, but like I said, I genuinely am not feeling great at the minute. But yes, your company has been appreciated. Thank you to DT for dropping by. Top man. And thank you, Joshua. And thank you, Pete. And thank you, Reagan, for dropping in as well. Yeah, I'm going to head off, guys, I think. I'm just trying to think, is there anything else I need to tell you about stuff that's coming up? Oh, wrestling-wise, just very, very quickly, I will be doing live reaction for Elimination Chamber. I'm guessing about 2:30 in the morning, a week on Sunday, I believe. Yes. I'm also going to be trying to get tickets for AEW All In. They actually came out. Well, they've not come out yet, but anyone who doesn't know who's thinking about going to AEW, the tickets go on sale on March the 16th, so I'm going to try and get tickets for that. I'm getting paid in a week, which should be awesome. And the first thing I'm going to do with my wage, I'm going to buy tickets for Liverpool versus Borussia Dortmund. Not the thingy, that's an actual Legends match, basically. So, yeah, hopefully I'll be doing like a match day vlog and all that good stuff. I I can't promise this, guys, but there's a possibility I might be at the Champions League match. Although, looking at the results tonight, I would rather we didn't play Galatasaray. Jesus Christ, by the way, I know I'm talking about wrestling, but like, did anyone see that score tonight? Galatasaray 5, Juventus 2. Like, what the hell was going on there? I think Juve went 2-1 up, and then they had some fella sent off after, what was it, 25 minutes or something daft like that. So, yeah, I don't know if Club Brugge played in the playoff. I think they're on tomorrow. I know Monaco had beaten Paris Saint-Germain before I went on. I've just seen on my live that Real Madrid have just won as well. Gits. So, yeah, anyway, the reason I was telling you that is that, let me have a look. Divion, them. I'm assuming you're not talking about the horror TV series on Amazon Prime, dude. If you aren't, by the way, you should watch that. It's very, very weird and quite disturbing, actually. In fact, don't watch it. I have completely forgot what I was talking about, but yeah, that was it. So there's half a chance that I might be Anfield for the Champions League last 16 game. Funds allowing, it's going to be a stretch, so I'm not promising anything by any stretch of the imagination, but there might be ways and means potentially. But yeah, whatever happens, I'll definitely be booking my AEW tickets next month. I'll definitely be at Anfield for the Legends game, which should be good. Looking forward to that. And yeah, there's other cool stuff coming up. I just can't remember it at the moment because I feel so crap basically with this illness that I've got. AEW Revolution, I'll be doing live reaction for. That's in 2 weeks. Is it 2 weeks? AEW Revolution. I'm fairly sure it's in 2 weeks. That should be good. That actually looks a bit better than WrestleMania, to be honest. Who knows? Who's Chris Jericho going to be turning up for AEW Revolution or WrestleMania? We shall see. But yes, guys, battery's nearly running out. I'm going to get myself off home because I can feel, I don't know if you guys can hear, but my literally sinuses are all over the place. Cold, got to chill, and I'm going to get myself off home basically. I'm going to take DT's wonderful advice. I'm not going to go to the public house. I am going to go straight home via Tesco's though, because I'm going to go and get something to make me feel better that isn't necessarily water, shall we say. Anyway, yes. So yes, folks, that's about it basically. So thank you for joining me on my little walk home. This is the wonderful city of Leeds that some of you might be aware of. So this is Wellington Place. Yeah, this is one of the really cool areas. That's the Premier Inn. That's a building site. Unfortunately, we have loads of them in Leeds at the minute because our local council are dum-dums and keep trying to build things when they haven't finished building the things that need building, like the railway station that's taken 10 years to build, and so on and so forth. But yeah, I think that is it, guys, to be honest. I can't think of anything else I need to tell you. So, thanks to the people that dropped into that. I'm sorry that this was so rubbish, and I'm sorry I didn't do it at the usual time, but like I said, folks, I don't think if I'd have got in and done my usual live stream at 10:30, genuinely, I think I would have been falling asleep in front of your eyes. So, glad I've done it now, but very, very tired, and I'm gonna make a move. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you have a fantastic rest of the week. Shout out to all the parents. Good luck with half term. It's gonna be cool, isn't it? Yes, with our boys and our daughters and the wonderful children and the mummies and the daddies. It's going to be fun, especially the week before payday when none of us can actually afford to do anything with said children. Yeah, that'll be good. It'll be good. Anyway, folks, right. Thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you probably on Thursday. Take care of yourselves and good night. Bye bye.